Okay, in today's video, we are going to practice questions on limits. Okay, I've got 7 questions. Determine the following limits if they exist. Okay, 1. The limit as s approaches 0 to s squared minus 5s minus 7. What you have to do first is to try to plug 0 in place of s. Okay, you have limit as s approaches 0. Okay, you are going to plug 0 in place of s and see if you are going to get an error. Okay, so this is what you have to check first. So if you plug 0 into what you have in front of this expression, you are going to drop this expression. So this is what you are going to get. This is equal to, you plug 0 wherever you have s. Okay, because you have s approaches 0. You have 2s squared. You are going to have 2 times 0 squared minus 5s. You are going to have minus 5 times 0 and then minus 7. Okay, you plug 0 wherever you have s and see if you are going to get an error. You are going to see that this is 0 and this is 0. You have 0 minus 0 minus 7. This is equal to minus 7. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, now question 2. Determine the following limits if they exist. Okay, try to plug negative 6 in place of x because you have the limit as x approaches negative 6 of this, what you have there. When you try to plug negative 6 wherever you have x, because you have x approaches negative 6, so try to plug negative 6 wherever you have x and see if you are going to get an error. So this is what you are going to get. Okay, negative 6 wherever you have x. You can see x squared, you have negative 6 squared plus 4 times x plus 4 times negative 6 minus 12 x plus 6 minus 6 plus 6. Okay, wherever you have x, you plug negative 6. Now, you can see that you are going to get 0 at the bottom because you have negative 6 plus 6. This is 6 minus 6, which is 0. Okay, you are going to have this division by 0. Now you have division by 0, which is undefined. Okay, so this is undefined. You are going to get an error in your calculator. So how can you solve this limit? Okay, how can you solve this question? You need to factorize. Can you see? You can factorize the top part, this. So this is equal to the limit as x approaches negative 6. You factorize this. Okay, I hope you know how to factorize. You factorize what you have at the top. Okay, this is over x plus 6. Okay, now can you see? You got x plus 6, x plus 6. You can cancel this. Okay, when you cancel, you are going to have this left. So this is equal to the limit as x approaches negative 6 of this. Okay, so you're still going to repeat this expression. The only time you are going to drop this expression is only when you substitute what you have there. Only when you substitute negative 6 for x. Okay, that is the only time you are going to drop this expression. So this is equal to, try to plug negative 6 wherever you have x. So you are going to have negative 6 minus 2. Okay, this is equal to minus 8. Now question 3, determine the following limits if they exist. Okay, try to plug 0 for x first and see if you are going to get an error. Always try to plug what you have there. what you have there and see if you are going to get an error. So if you plug 0 wherever you have x, you are going to have this. Okay, wherever you have x, can you see x squared? You have 0 squared minus 2x. You have minus 2 times 0 over x. You have over 0. Okay, so you have division by 0, which is undefined. Okay, you are going to get an error in your calculator. So how can you solve this? This is equal to, you're still going to repeat this. The only time you are going to drop this expression is only when you substitute whatever you have there for what you have there. So we are going to repeat this expression. The limit as x approaches 0. Now you are going to take x outside of the bracket, and then in bracket you've got x minus 2. This is over x. Now you can cancel this x and this x. Okay, you carry on. This is equal to the limit as x approaches 0 of what you have there. You are left with this x minus 2. Okay, after cancellation, you are left with this. You carry on. Now you are going to substitute 0 for x wherever you have x. Whenever you substitute what you have there for what you have there, you are going to drop this expression. So you are going to have 0 minus 2. This is equal to minus 2. Okay, 0 minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So this is the final answer. Let's move on. Question 4. The limit as y approaches 1 of this. Always try to plug what you have there for what you have there. You are going to plug 1 for y. You are going to substitute 1 for y. So try to plug 1 wherever you have y. So you are going to have this. Okay, wherever you have y, plug 1. Okay, because you've got limit as y approaches 1. So you have y there and y there. You are going to plug 1. You are going to have 1 minus 1, which is division by 0. Again, this is undefined. If you try to plug this in your calculator, you are going to have an error. So how can you solve this question? You cannot factorize. You cannot take anything outside of the bracket as we did in question 2 and 3. So you are going to say that the limit does not exist. So for question 4, the limit does not exist. Now question 5, determine the following limits if they exist. The limit as y approaches 1 of this. You can see this question is a bit different from the previous question. You have plus at the top, but here you have minus at the top. You have minus at the bottom, but here you have plus at the bottom. So the way to answer this question, always start by substituting 1 for y. Okay, because you've got y approaches 1. Okay, the limit as y approaches 1. You are going to plug 1 wherever you have y. So this is equal to 1 minus 1 over 1 plus 1. Okay, you plug 1 wherever you have y. Okay, 1 minus 1 over 1 plus 1. Like this. Okay, 1 minus 1, 1 plus 1. Okay, and this is equal to, this is 0, 1 minus 1, 0 over 2. Okay, 0 over 2. You are going to have the answer is equal to 0. Okay, 0 divided by 2, this is equal to 0. Okay, so this is not an error. This is not undefined. Okay, so you can have 0 at the top, not at the bottom. So the final answer to question 5 is 0. Okay, let's move on to question 6. Determine the following limits if they exist. Okay, if they exist. You can see in question 4, the limit does not exist. Now question 6, the limit as x approaches 3 of this. Okay, try to plug 3 wherever you have x, right? X approaches 3. Okay, this is equal to, you can see you are going to have 3 plus 3, which is 6. Okay, at the bottom, not 0. And at the top, you are going to have 3 squared minus 9. Okay, this is what you are going to have. You carry on, this is equal to 9 minus 9 over 3 plus 3. Okay, this is 9. So 9 minus 9 over 3 plus 3. You carry on, this is equal to 0 over 6. Right? 0 over 6. And this is equal to 0. 0 divided by 6 is equal to 0. Let's carry on. Always try to plug what you have there in place of what you have there. Okay, so you've got question 7. Determine the limit if they exist. Okay, question 7. The limit as x approaches 2 of this. Try to plug 2 wherever you have x. Okay, you are going to have this. Wherever you have x, you plug 2. So this is equal to 4 minus 4 over 2 minus 2. This, okay, 4 minus 4 over 2 minus 2. This is equal to, you are going to have 0 over 0, okay? Division by 0. This is undefined, okay? Undefined. You are going to have an error if you plug this in your calculator. You can factorize this because you've got difference of 2 squares, okay? Difference of 2 squares, difference of 2 squares. You can factorize this. So this is equal to the limit as x approaches 2. You are going to repeat this. The only time you are going to drop this is only when you substitute what you have there for what you have there. Okay, only when you substitute 2 for x, then you are going to drop this expression. Okay, so let's carry on. You are going to factorize this. You've got difference of 2 squares. Okay, this is what you have. This is over x minus 2. Now you can cancel x minus 2 and x minus 2. Okay, now you are left with x plus 2. So this is equal to the limit as x approaches 2 of this, of what you are left with. You carry on. Now you are going to substitute 2 for x. Plug 2 wherever you have x. Okay, you are going to drop this expression. So you are going to have 2 plus 2, and this is equal to 4. Okay, for now we are done. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.